Welcome to War Thunder with Subdude. How y'all doing today? Well, the extravaganza of April 1st is over. And I can't say that it ended a moment too soon. For those of you that got your silly hats for your tanks, yay! Congratulations. For those of you that were not interested in tanks and drove the submarines, well, that wasn't a half bad execution of a first attempt. That said, it was only half good. It was, on the other half, very bad. And the reason is threefold: key bindings, map terrain, and number of contestants per map. Submarines are a basically lone wolf hunter group. Now, you may have submarines operating within the same area, but that area will be separated widely. You will have a fighting box that you will work within. And if it's in your box, when you're out there, it's an enemy. And it's usually 1v1 because they're submarines. You can't see the other guy. So, taken as a whole, 6 or 7 players on a side is ridiculous? Yeah. Silly? Yeah. Maps now are the thing to look at. Submarines are open water fighters. They don't fight in undersea mountainous areas. They don't fight under ice packs with icebergs that hang down that far in water where you've got mountains coming up that far. And if you don't understand that, you're not a submariner. You're an arcade player. Is that meant to deride any players? No. Is that meant to deride the developers for the game? No. What it's meant to do is give guidance. The submarine is an open water weapon. I know, I drove them for 17 years. Now, the key bindings. Oh my God, that needs to be customizable. I understand this was a quick get it out because April 1st is here. I understand that. I'm not complaining about that. But when you do put it into operation, the key bindings need to be very similar to aircraft key bindings. The only thing they won't have is a aileron control. They'll have a left, right, up, down. And when a submarine turns, generally it will lean into the turn. Unless it's going really fast, and then it will lean into the turn, and then it will lean out of the turn. Trust me, been there, done that, got the t-shirt to prove it. If you don't understand that, you're not a submariner. Now, like I said, this was a first attempt and a quickie get it out the door so we can play it on April 1st. Good job. And I look forward to having it as a regular thing, but get it down to one or two players, and it has to be open water. And if I'm going up against another submarine, it's only two players. If I'm going up against surface ships, you can have as many on the other side as you want. I don't care. If I've got 20 weapons, I'm going to shoot 20 weapons at surface contacts. And there will be 20 smoking wrecks sinking into the ocean. But that's provided you get the key bindings down properly and you get the, uh, well, get behind the weapons properly. The over the shoulder look at the weapons probably isn't the best thing. If you want some guidance on how to do it, probably an old game that you would like to look at, and I'm sure that somebody there at Gaijin can take a look at it, would be Red Storm Rising. I believe that was the name of the game. And when I say it's an old game, I was playing it on the Amiga. So that should give you an idea of the age of the game. And I was playing it when I was a submariner. And I'm not a submariner anymore. Been out of the business for, well, quite a while. But that was pretty accurate in that it allowed you to steer the weapons, give waypoints for the weapon to go out on, and that's sort of what you need to do. Is it completely 100% accurate? Nah, not even close. But for a game, and not an arcade game, it would be a good idea and a good way to start. If you start dealing with older submarines where they have just the straight shooting Mark 14 type torpedo, Mark 14 is a fire it out. It turns to a certain number of degrees from its firing bearing, and then it runs at 100% throttle or 50% throttle, I believe. Steam torpedo, no electronics, fire, forget. But there was no homing either. You want homing torpedoes, you need to go to the Nixies or the Mark 37s or the Mark 48s. Now, I don't know what the Russian torpedoes are in those categories. I don't know what the British torpedoes are. I'm pretty sure that the British were using Mark 48s and Mark 37s. Oh, Mark 37, by the way, is an electric torpedo. So it runs much quieter than a Mark 48. Matter of fact, most submarines can't hear a Mark 37 coming for them until it's real close. And a Mark 37 is much slower than a Mark 48 or Spearfish or whatever the Russian equivalent is. But as a first attempt for submarines, not bad. I'd give you grade A props, especially if it was something you worked on for a couple of weeks and then kicked out the door. Not bad. And if the terrain had been anything but what it was, it would have been fun too. I played, I don't know, 5 or 6 matches, and I found it to be horrible as far as the terrain goes. I only fired one torpedo, and I have no idea who it was. I don't know whether it was an enemy or a friend. So, if it was a friend and you watched this video, sorry, didn't mean to. Couldn't tell what was there. And if it was an enemy, gotcha. Other than that, this Subdude signing off. Y'all have a pleasant today, a better tomorrow, and we'll catch you in the sky, because submarines are now a thing of the past until they become a thing of the future. Bye-bye.